Hello, my name is Wynelle Cowdery, and I am one of three founders of Commission Ministries. We run an experience that we put together last year when we went away and spent some time with God called the 864 Disciple. This is 8 weeks of foundational, basic training that really gets you rooted and grounded in the word, and then we go from there to 6 weeks of training about leadership, gifts, the grace and truth, about our character, our competency, and the gifts, the fivefold ministry. And then we wrap it up with 4 weeks of practice where everything that the students or the disciples have been learning for the last 14 weeks, they will now put into action. And specifically, we ask them to go out. They have to lead 2 evangelistic missions, 2 missional events, and then they must speak in a group and share their testimony, as well as serve on 4 different occasions any activities that are for the church, whether it be on a Sunday or during the week, that will help the church. And this includes anything from intercession to cleaning the church. This year we ran this in Restoration in the city of Barranquilla. We started off with 167 registered, ended up with 120, graduated last Sunday 110 students who completed all 18 weeks of our experience. The greatest thing that I can share with you from that is now they are going out on their own. They have joined different ministries. They have also been serving on the streets, right from baby hospitals with cancer, seeing miracles, going in the clinics, leading worship and praying in every room, to an asylum for elderly and praying and leading them and cooking for them, sharing food. And also, we gave back the pastor 24 people who are now launching 12 house groups who have started this week. We have seen an amazing result from our 864 Disciple, and now thanking God for what we are doing with it in Africa and soon to be in Poland and many other countries. So you're probably asking yourself, how did we make this happen, especially with the 4 practical weeks and being able to effectively model Jesus' plan of discipleship? And so we realized that we had 110 people who were graduating, and we needed to get them through the 4 weeks of practical things that we had assigned for them. So we put them into 10 groups with 10 to 12 members in each group, and then we allowed them to assign a leader of which we approved. And then we took those leaders and we met with them on a private meeting, and we went through exactly what was going to be expected of them. So they knew as disciples, all of them, that they needed to complete 2 evangelistical events, 2 missional events. There was they needed to speak in a group and share their testimony about 864, about something particularly that they had learned. And then they needed to also serve in the church, for the church, 4 different opportunities of something they didn't normally do. And this did not have to be on a Sunday. This could be any time during the week, as long as it was something they were doing that would bless the church. And that, as you heard, was anything from belonging to intercession groups to opportunities to clean and help arrange things at the church building itself during the week. With the evangelistical and the missional, we took our leaders and we showed them that one of the first things is, being missional, you take something in your hands. And we recommend always, besides the fact that we had little New Testaments that were given to us to give away, you can use other sources. There were some of the groups who put scriptures on very nice cards. But with all of them, we told them, take something to give to them. Remember, we're dealing in a third world country where there's lots of people who are hungry. So we advised them to take something that they could eat and share with them. And then we told them, with being evangelistic, then share with them the gospel and ask if you can pray with them, or what can you pray with them about. And you will see that over and over throughout the video that you saw earlier, that there were so many opportunities on the streets, in the clinics, in the hospitals, in the places where there are elderly, that there are no families visiting them. They had many opportunities to go and share with these people the gospel. And then the biggest shock for them all is when they would come back and say, I never realized how easy it was. Mind you, we were dealing with half of these people who had never been on the streets. So I want to just challenge you and encourage you that even the smallest, slightest thing that you can do, but go something with something in your hand and bless them. And this is how we can show through the 864 of wrapping up all the teaching of modeling how Jesus would work with his disciples and go out into the streets and evangelize. Dile a través de este coro, heme aquí, envíame a mí, Señor.